We are Aunt Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go. Hello, good morning, how are you all? Nice to see you. We're back. We had a week of, you know when you have like those weeks where it's just life stuff, where stuff goes wrong, you have to fix stuff, and then like you have to pay stuff and it turns out it's doubled in price, and just life stuff. We just had one of those weeks and it did not stop raining. So we couldn't really do anything on the wagon, although we were kind of trying to in between the rain. And we had all sorts of bits and bobs to sort out and coordinate in our very confused brains. And yeah, just didn't get anything done. But we are back on it, and to get me back into the swing of things, I am doing some wood burning. So I had this, ouch, offcut of wood. That was a nice sound, wasn't it? And I'm going to come up with some sketches for that and a few other little bits. And I think Ant's going to go down to the wagon because today is the first day we've had sun. I can't believe it. It was actually forecast rain, so this is a little joy. Doesn't it make such a difference when the sun comes out? It feels like everything is better. But yeah, Mabel's watching squirrels. Anyway, before we do any of that, I need to get myself tidied up and clean and showered. And then we can start this lovely day. Okay, that is my first bit of burning done. I'm doing a large heron. I've done a heron before, fancy doing another one. Haven't seen a heron for a while, so thought I'd have a little think about them. I'm going to call it the hopeful heron waiting for spring. What are you after? Mabel is here. And I'm also doing a heart, wood burn heart, and I'm doing a little fox design, which I did on a painting, this one. Fancy doing that. The noise you can hear in the background is more squirrels, this time in the snow, because Mabel is bored. I'm not sure how much Ant will have got done on the wagon because it started intermittently raining again, but we will see. Right, I'm going to turn my burner down now and get on with some little bit of shading. So let's crack on. Right, I've been whittling away. In fact, I've been doing 2 burnings at the same time, which is very unlike me. I don't usually do 2 things at the same time, but it seems to be working okay. I've finished my heart. Now I'm gonna start adding some colour to this big heron, so I'll show you that and see what I'm thinking. So here he is. I could go in and do some more burning, and honestly I probably will. But I'm going to start adding some colour, and then I can always come back with my burning tool. So yeah, nice and bright and bold I'm going for. And just adding some colour with my Polychromo Faber-Castell pencils, and I'm just randomly doing it again, new way. But the nice thing about these pencils, other than them being archival and high pigmented, is that they're really nice to blend, so you can get some nice blended colours running through. And I tend to just smudge them in a little bit as well on the wood. But yeah, so it's quite fun. So whilst I'm getting some colour on here, why don't we go and see what Ant is getting up to over at the wagon. Okay, see you in a bit.
So this is a small update on the wagon. So we fixed that beam at the back that was broken, so that's really good. And we've started drying out the front beam. We're not doing it the proper way. We've been drying it out with an air gun and then sanding it a bit, and I was covering it with primer overnight just to stop more rain going in. Now technically it works because you can dry the primer really quick with the air gun, and then it gets a waterproof coating over the top, and the next day you can really quickly just whip it back off. But it is still sweating out liquid, so I've just taken it off. We'll just leave it as it is and let it sweat out all the moisture. But as you might be able to tell above me, I've started doing some painting. Now the stuff inside is dry, so I've started painting this ceiling, because all of this other stuff we're going to fill with polystyrene insulation, and we're going to board all this. But we're thinking of keeping all these like little exposed bits on the ceiling, so that's the primer undercoat. There are other areas that are still too wet. These chunky bits for some reason are very damp, but yeah, the ceiling's dried out and all of this is dried out, so that's about all we can do at the minute. Until that weather changes, we are pretty much at a bit of a standstill, so yeah, watch this space I suppose.
Is back.
Right.
This is a few days later, folks, and it is raining again.
Well, I've pretty much got as far as I can with the wagon at the minute because we rained off.
Yeah.
So I thought I would quickly do, I say quickly, I'm going to do it as quick as I can, one of my dog and boat composition. I've done it a few times. And I was...
Sorry to interrupt, are you recycling old ideas as well?
I am recycling old ideas, but I always
too.
sort of come back to this one when there's some sort of weather event. So we've done it with the drought, and we've done it with the aurora, and all sorts of things like that. But at the minute, we've had like 40 days of rain, so we're going to do a rainy version.
Biblical.
Yeah, so this should be the first layer.
Oh, it's grey.
Bom, bom, bom.
You've got rain in there.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Getting us back in the swing, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I'm back at my heron. Excuse me. I'm going to do some more burning. The sun's out again, which is absolutely lovely. It's like we keep having these little pockets of like a reminder that spring will come, and I've seen loads of snowdrops, so that's lovely. And I've put some in my little design, my heron design. So yeah, I'm going to crack on, do a bit more burning and then add some more colour. I don't want to completely cover the wood because it's such a nice wood, you want to be able to see some of it. But we'll have a little go. I've not even got a plan. I'm just going to see what happens. Sometimes the best laid plans are void of a plan, when you don't have a plan. I think it's because it's not a commission, I can kind of be a little bit more free with it. So I'm going to add some more burning in that big space down there between the water and the land, because it's a bit empty. Okay, let's see what we come up with. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because I've just penciled in some lines basically, but I'm going to add some more fields here and then some swirly sky and this piece going up and round. Right, that is about it for this week. A week of rain with some pockets of light.
Okay.
That's what it's been, isn't it?
Yeah, very poetic.
Yeah. But you wouldn't know the light, you wouldn't understand or appreciate the light if you didn't have the dark.
That's what I thought, Mabel. What's happened to her?
There is one thing though that I cannot wait until it's over.
Go on.
Mud.
Yeah, mud everywhere.
If you're thinking about moving onto a boat, CCing, in a marina, on a temporary mooring, whatever it is, unless you're in a city I suppose.
Well, yeah, but you still got to get across the towpath.
Yeah. Be prepared for mud.
Yeah.
Winter is just basically mud.
Yeah.
It's like we're like swamp monsters.
Yeah, just always plastered in mud.
Yeah, in fact Anthony's just spent about half an hour trying to scrub mud off my trousers because you can't keep washing them every 2 seconds.
A little insight there into what our boat life's like. Hannah was drying her hair with a hairdryer and I had a little sponge scrubbing the bottom of her trousers.
Yeah, that's the other thing about winter. I hate having to dry your hair. If you don't dry your hair you get a cold head.
Not if you put a hat on.
It's the most boring job, drying your hair. You just need the sun.
Well, I don't really know what I've contributed to this video, to be honest, because I've been down at the Wagon all week. But every time I've got down there, I've got everything out to start a job and it's rained. So, yeah, so I've sort of been up and down, up and down.
But it's just little bits that'll keep us, will kind of put us ahead when we actually can get to do the big crack on.
Yeah, exactly. All little jobs,
Yeah.
ticking them all off.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. Is that everything?
I think so. It's not competition time, is it? Was that last week?
I can't remember.
either.
Oh yes, it was. We were going to do the new picture, the one with the wagon.
Yeah. What's up, Mabel?
It's because somebody's outside making noise.
Okay, well, I hope you're well. Hope you found some pockets of light amongst the rain. I hope you haven't got any floods or anything like that. Don't worry, it'll be over soon, won't it?
Soon be spring, won't it?
Lovely jubbly. Okay, well don't forget to like, subscribe, push the notification bell and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.